Hey everybody, so I had every intention today of filming a Get Ready With Me or a tutorial using the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. That's what I'm wearing on my eyes today. Two things happened that made that not happen. First was the fact that it's allergy season still in San Antonio and oak season has kicked in and my eyes feel swollen and red and puffy. So I didn't really feel much like doing a close-up on my eyeballs today. The second thing is that no matter how much I try, I cannot, for the life of me, do a look that I really like enough to want to show you how to do or justify to you that it's worth buying the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. So I'm going to just take one for the team. I bought the palette, but if you haven't yet already bought one, do yourself a favor and don't. It's just not that easy to work with. It's very limited in its scope. The colors that are bright are odd. It looks good on paper, not so much. Anyway, there's just so many other palettes that I would recommend. So just do yourself a favor, don't buy it. Okay. Now so that was why I'm not doing the Get Ready With Me tag. So I was watching videos, getting ready, trying to figure out what I would film today, and then I saw a tag. I was tagged by the lovely Kristen Game to do the springtime tag. This tag was originally created by Smart Mouth Beauty, I believe is the name of the channel. I will link both their channels below and Kristen's video. And I have printed out the questions and I am ready to answer. We only have 9, so I'm gonna go through this as quickly as possible. So number 1, springtime means glowing skin. What do you do for healthy glowing skin? Well, I've done an endless amount of skincare videos. I will link my latest one below, but mostly I just fake it. I fake it with highlighters. My current favorite highlighter is this teeny tiny size, Becca, I don't remember which exactly, it's the pressed or the shimmering, whatever. I will list everything below, so don't worry about it, but it's in the shade Moonstone, that much I know, and it's sort of an off-white. It's like a beigey highlighter, and I love that. It has replaced Champagne Pop as my favorite in the Becca collection. And then another go-to favorite of mine for really glowy skin is the Balm Mary Luminizer. I still love this one, and it's very similar in effect, actually, to the Becca one. So yeah, I just fake it because that's what makeup's good for, right? Question number 2, what is the first beauty thing you think of when the weather warms up? So for me, it's more about putting away the fall winter colors and bringing out the spring colors, and I do that mostly with blush. So in the fall winter, I reach for shades like this Clinique, the Heather Pop, that's sort of more like a dusky plummy color. And I pull out shades like the Clinique Melon Pop, which is a very, light pastel, a little bit of warmth, a little bit of glow. This looks very bright on camera, but in reality, it's just a nice healthy flush. And I wear this a lot in the springtime. Another one that I reach for that I didn't bring with is the Tarte Amazonian Clay in blush in Blushing Bride, and in Tipsy. It's very similar to this shade, a little bit brighter. Number 3, what is your favorite part of spring? Well, if you asked me that before I moved to Texas, I would have said lilacs. But since we don't have lilacs in South Texas, my favorite part of spring are the bluebonnets, all the beautiful bluebonnets that bloom on the roadsides in mid to late March and all through April. If you watch my daily vlogs, you'll have seen, I think it was last week, where we were driving home and I saw the first bluebonnets on the side of the road. I'll insert a little clip of that. And then the bluebonnets are soon followed by Indian paintbrush and all kinds of lovely wildflowers all along the roadsides here and the freeways or highways, whatever you want to call them, here in Central South Texas. They're just absolutely stunning and gorgeous. 4, do you do your hair differently in the spring? Well, as you can see, my hair, look at this. I mean, I actually did my hair. It gets really humid here in San Antonio in the springtime. In fact, I was just in Miami and it's worse, way worse here than it was in Miami. So in the spring, I tend to straighten my hair because if I curl my hair, it just gets bigger. If I flat iron my hair, at least it usually stays pretty tame. So of course, the GHD Classic 1-inch, this guy has been a trusty go-to for many, many, many years now. And another must-have in the spring and summer, unfortunately, here in San Antonio, is the whole Smooth Infusion line from Aveda. This is the Nourishing Styling Cream. This battles humidity and keeps your hair straight. And there's a whole Smooth Infusion line. These are lifesavers. The next question is, what clothing item am I most excited about wearing in the spring? And for me, it's back to my long, flowy dresses, floral dresses, just dresses in general, and open-toed shoes, sandals. I have a very limited selection of socks living in San Antonio. There's this very short window when you can wear shoes that require socks. So it's back to the sandals and the flowy dresses. And I've just picked up a few, that you've seen featured a lot on the vlog, the dresses I picked up for my trip to Miami. But I love getting back into the long, flowy clothing because it does get a little sticky here, and loose clothing is definitely the key. Question number 6, what is your favorite springtime smell or fragrance? Well, smell, talked about this on the vlog too, is the beautiful trees that bloom deep purple flowers. They're called mountain laurels, and the flowers smell exactly like grape Kool-Aid. Unfortunately today I just noticed, I'm looking at the tree right now outside my window, the flowers have finally faded and are starting to fall off the tree, but that smell for just a few brief, glorious weeks, you feel like you're just walking in a pitcher of Kool-Aid. That's not exactly the image I want to leave you with, but it smells so sweet and lovely when you walk down the streets of San Antonio. But as far as a fragrance I put on my body, there are 2 that I think of and wear in the springtime specifically that I don't wear the rest of the year. The first one I've had for about 3 years now is the Jo Malone scent in grapefruit, and it's just I'm wearing it today, it's just a fresh, fruity, but not too sweet fragrance, kind of spicy almost. And then this one is definitely sweet. This is the Kate Spade Live Colorfully. I mean, come on, this bottle just screams springtime. Look how pretty it is. And this I describe as definitely more sweet. I'm terrible at this. There is a slight hint of floral. It smells like it looks. Honestly, it's just joyful and happy, and it's very springtimey though. It's definitely, I don't even think I'd wear this in the summer. This is definitely a spring scent. Number 7, my favorite springtime lip color. It's hard to pick a favorite, but there are a few. Here come those allergies. The one I'm wearing is Tom Ford. It's a lip color shine in the shade Quiver. And it's kind of a sheer, I definitely don't wear sheers in the winter. It's a sheer kind of pinkish coral. I don't want to have it all the way wound up. You can see there's not a lot left. And it's just a pretty, fresh, springy color. It's kind of pink, it's kind of coral, it's juicy, it has a shine to it. It's very reminiscent of spring. But then the other shades I reach for, definitely more the pastel and brights together. Melon Pop, just like the blush. Again, it's not a full-on coral that I reach for more in the summertime, but moving out of the plums and into the more pastel colors. And then a drugstore option that's bright, but still definitely spring is Milani, and I like, this one's called Fruit Punch. And it looks like that. It's more of a warm pink and not as dark. Oh, this smells like Jolly Ranchers. If you've never experienced a Milani lipstick, do yourself a favor and go grab one. They are just lovely. All right, we're down to the last 2 questions. Favorite springtime nail color? Well, right now I'm still wearing what I wore to Miami because it's like, when I think of Miami, I think like hot, spicy. So this is Zoya Wendy, more of a summer color really. But I think of the pastels again, and a favorite is like Zoya Leslie, is this lovely kind of periwinkle lavender shade, or Zoya Kittredge, which is like a bright pink, but still definitely in the pastel family. And then a mint is a must in the spring, and this one is, what is this one called again? Tanya, I think. Tiana, that's it. It's like the mint green. I love this one. And then I wear this in the summer too, but I start bringing it out in the spring. It's Essie, I think it's Bikini So Teeny. Yes, Bikini So Teeny, which reminds me it's time to get ready for spring bikini season. Not happening. Lastly, and the whole new Zoya line for spring. I will do a video on it, I promise, but those are all the typical pastels and pretty like Easter kind of colors that I just love wearing on my nails this time of year. And then the last question, what is spring like where you live? Well, I live in San Antonio, Texas, which for those of you that don't realize how far south it is, I am parallel to New Orleans as far south, but we're inland a couple hours. So we get some bizarre weather. First of all, it's definitely allergy season. So I think of springtime as a little bit being miserable. I also think of springtime as, what is springtime like? I'm sorry. It's a time of extremes. From May to like September, October, our weather pattern is pretty steady. It's just hot. It's just hot. But in the spring, you get like, for example, this week started, I think our high was 89 or 90 one day. And then tomorrow our low is going to be almost in the 30s, low 40s. So we get a lot of ups and downs. You can go all the way into hot summer temperatures. You can we could still get like freezing temperatures. So it's just stick around and you'll experience some weather you like. And that's kind of like what springtime is here in San Antonio. So I think I've covered all of the questions in the spring tag. I love getting tagged. So if you do videos, please tag me and let me know if you do. I will list in the description box below all the people that I can think of that I want to see through this video. So take a look. And if I don't tag you, that doesn't mean you weren't tagged. It just means I ran out of space. So consider yourself tagged. I look forward to seeing those videos. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. I am at Dadeland Mall. I'm getting ready for my Shop Like a Pro presentation. Look at this. I'm getting mic'd up. I have like a headphone, with the hides the gut.